That's the rubber plug. The benefit of that is I can take it back out and use that as kind of a flush port. We're going to fill up the cooling system and we're going to start it up. We've got the battery, new cables, and we're going to start it up. Surprisingly, the tires are holding air. I put air in them. I didn't think they were taking air because they were, you could see air escaping out the sidewall. They're tubes, air and water escaping out the sidewalls. Well, I guess what that was the tube filling up and forcing air out that was around the rim in the tube, you know, because they've sat here for several weeks and they've held air. So I don't know how much to put in them. I've got about 25 in them. That may be too much. I need to back it down a little bit, but we're gonna start it up. And I don't really have a seat, but I'll find something I can sit on, and we're gonna try to drive this thing around a little bit and kind of test it out. We're gonna have to do hand throttle. That's all we've got. Well, I mean, it's hand throttle anyway, but throttle right here, and we'll see. So let me set y'all up and we'll start it up. We'll do a cold start. First drive, I got a floor mat wadded up. I don't know if we're in 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. I really don't know. I don't have the cap on tight. I really don't want it to build up pressure right now. I just want to drive it a little bit, get some heat in the engine. I did throw some more hydraulic fluid in it. I don't know where to check it. I threw a couple quarts in it, maybe a gallon. I think radiator's definitely leaking. We got no throttle control other than manually. I need to throw some injector cleaner in it. And I need to hook up my return line. We put fresh oil in it. I put 10W30 in it because that's what it says on here. And I put 20% Marble Mist Oil. So we're going to let this run for a little bit, get a couple heat cycles in it, and then we're going to dump this oil. The other thing I did is to get that dipstick piece in there that I shoved in there, I put a magnet, one of those rare earth magnets, and encapsulated it in like baling wire, so it's attached to the baling wire, and fished that all around in the oil pan. And I got that piece out, but also kind of went over everything and collected up a bunch of sludgy, metal, rusty stuff out of the bottom of the pan. Come up with some kind of air cleaner for it. we just built up a lot of coolant. Look how nasty that stuff is. Yeah, we need to flush the coolant out. Now we got the heat in it, we'll go ahead and flush some of that out. Well, our heater hose isn't going to work. I told you that was temporary, and you can see it's collapsed. So I'm going to see if I can come up with, rig this up somehow, and maybe I might have some 3/4 conduit or something, and just bend a piece and couple it together with that. See how that goes. We could use it to couple if it was, you know, no real airspace in between it for now. Well, that's what we came up with. I had this piece of conduit. I couldn't find my bender. I'm pretty sure I have a 3/4 bender. I found my 1/2-inch bender. May not have a 3/4, but I had a piece of conduit that was already, it was almost a 90, not quite. I bent it a little bit further, but it was starting to kink it, and I put it in the vise and straightened it back up, or flattened it back up. It was starting to bulge, and left it almost a 90, so it's not quite the best. You can see it doesn't hit that angle quite right, but this is a proof of concept. This hose is probably, if I left it on here, not only is the hydraulic fluid probably gonna make this stuff mushy, but it's probably eventually gonna suck a hole in it and rupture it. So this is just proof of concept, and if this works, I think I like this idea better than just a whole piece of suction hose right here. We'll bend up a true 90 piece of conduit, put it right there, and with 2 actual suction hose pieces right there, and we'll be good to go. So let's see how it works. This is condensating on the oil filler cap. You can see a little bit of milky, but the dipstick is still perfectly clean oil. So I think maybe we still just got some moisture in it. I don't think it's full on water leaking in or anything like that. So we're gonna just let it run, I guess. The radiator, I think, is about halfway plugged, and it is leaking. It's at least leaking over in this corner. I have a feeling it's leaking at the bottom too. So I'll probably take that to the radiator shop and just see what they say. The lip is still stuck up. Our little patch right here is holding, but I don't know if that's all the way up, but that's where it's stuck. I know when I first cranked this up, the lift did go up, or when I cranked it up, when I had all this patched up, the lift did go up, so it worked then. I just don't know if that's all the way up. I kind of think it probably is. I've put a bar on it and got my weight on it leveraged, and I can't push it down. I actually bent that, trying to get it bent down. I had my bar on that link, and it bent in. I shouldn't have put it there. You saw where I replaced this grease zert, and I pumped that thing full of grease. It took a ton of grease and never pumped out the sides. So I don't know if it's just going somewhere internal, but yeah, it never came out. So we know at least we've got grease on it. It's running cool. Still need to put those return lines on there. Leaking a little diesel right there. I think it's running better. It seems to be idling better than it was. It's probably idling a little low. I put some diesel injector cleaner and lubricant in the fuel tank. Some Lucas. Kind of help clean up the injector, so one reason why I'm just wanting it to run. And our fan's working really well. I'm just topping off the water every once in a while. Normally let it kind of bubble over, spit out any junk that's circulated up. You can see like some leaves and stuff coming up. And I put the pressure washer to this cooling system, not the radiator itself. Got it to go down, but it won't go back up. So we've got something wrong with the hydraulics. We'll have to figure that out. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think that it's just too tight for the hydraulics to lift it. I don't think that's the issue. I think we got something else going on. So let me get it back over to the shop, and I think we're done for today. We've made a lot of progress.